I did not have this guy above Terrence Ross, but clearly you did, and you had him much higher than I had either one of these guys. That's why he made it the higher position. But we have Miles Bridges, the older brother, or no, are they twins? They're
I
twins.
I believe they are twins. I don't know which one is
Yeah,
older. I mean, yeah, the
the
easiest,
better brother.
the better brother. He's the Marcus of the Morrises. If we're gonna go into stats, neither of them are bad. I mean, both.
No, they're both had great years, and they're great young players coming up, and they have a great future ahead of them for sure.
Yeah, and for me and Miles Bridges, the big reason I had him so high was obviously last year. Sure, people may argue his stats were a bit inflated and they might go down because Gordon Hayward's there, but he's a guy who I feel like no matter what, he's gonna find his minutes and they're gonna find a way to piece him in where he's just gonna find a way to do the things he needs to still be a valuable player to them. I mean, between year 1 and 2, this is a guy who went, I believe, from just over 7.5 points to 13.5 points last year about. Improved his rebounding as well, improved basically everywhere. And improving 6 points from year to year where you're an under 10 point per game guy, that's a big jump. And from doing that to year one to two, that's actually really impressive to me. So at this point, I feel like Miles Bridges is going to keep improving based on what I've seen, and that's why I had him so high on my list personally.
See, I didn't have him. It's not that I didn't have him on my list. I still had him fairly high. He still was above the 25. I think I had him at about 23rd or 24th. But to me, it was like you said. He's gonna lose minutes to Gordon Hayward. He's not gonna play as many minutes next year. But to me, that's a good thing. He'll be able to get a little more efficient. He'll be able to be on a more winning team. Be able to play that role player and learn his role. To me, this is similar to OG Anunoby a couple years ago in Toronto when they picked up Kawhi. I know, don't anyone tell me that Gordon Hayward is Kawhi or anything like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he was in a starting role over in Charlotte that except for OG was on a good team. Bridges is not a not so good team, but he's going to lose his starting role to Hayward. He's probably not going to play very much. He might have a down year this year. He'll be better for it because he'll be able to learn from a player. The team will be better for it. He'll be playing on more of a winning team at this point, and he'll be better for it in the year after. But I just don't see him having a much better year next year than he did this year. I see him kind of capping out for right now and then potentially getting higher after that.
I mean, it's definitely possible. He's a guy who, again, it's glimpses of what you could see. Like he had February, March, he had, I believe it was 18 per game and 6.5 rebounds in 11 games. And that's like, if he could be an 18-6 guy consistently, then definitely Miles Bridges would be a guy who's always on this list. Both Bridges brothers alike are great on
Yeah.
defense. I mean, Bridges, he was a bit lower in the steals category, whereas I believe Mikal was pretty much in the top three among small forwards. But Miles is actually second on this entire list that we have in blocks among small forwards. Again, that's a guy only in his second year as well, playing with guys like LeBron, Kawhi, Jimmy Butler, and again, he still finished second in blocks. So defensively, they don't really need to improve much. They're already solid ass players, and offensively, I think they're only going to keep getting better, honestly. So to me, I think Miles Bridges is probably going to be a top 15 small forward at some point. I had him pretty high this year. It's just a matter of it really depends how much Hayward replaces him and if they're able to integrate him. So we'll see how that goes.
It's definitely going to be an interesting team over in Charlotte though this year.
Absolutely. It's a lot of good teams on the rise, and we'll definitely speak about it in our season preview that's going to come soon. But for now, Miles Bridges definitely deserves a spot in our list. I still
At
think
number 22.
higher, but there he is, number 22.
That's all he gets today.